Hello, I'd just like to give some of my thoughts on the Lisbon Treaty that was in the past week, the voting, the outcome, and the lead up to the voting. Well, the Irish government, Fianna Fáil, Labour, Fine Gael, others, they all wanted us to vote yes on the Lisbon Treaty. They said vote yes on the Lisbon Treaty, it will be good for Ireland. It'll mean good things for our future. But like the ostrich, it just wasn't going to fly. They said it will help benefit us. We will be the benefactors of good things, what is to come. But there was just too much at stake. It just meant too many bad things would have been the outcome if there was a yes vote on the Lisbon Treaty. It would have meant that laws on prostitution, on drugs, on the upbringing and education of children would be changed. It would mean that there would be more expense incurred per each household per year. And one major problem was that although it is good that non-nationals come to Ireland to work, it means that they would be paid at a lower rate, and thus Irish people would have to take a pay cut to be able to keep their jobs. That was just never going to work. That was just be too much of a major blow to the Irish people and to the Irish economy. They upset the fisheries, they upset the farmers. When they were trying to push the yes vote from the beginning, they just didn't even know what it was. Charlie McCreevy came in on the RTE News and he said that Brian Cowan hadn't read it cover to cover. The people who were wanting to push the yes vote, they couldn't even explain what it was about and be able to tell the people what it was for. The 28th Amendment of the treaty, it came through the doors and it read like something out of a law book. Subsection this, subsection that, article the other. How is any layperson, is any ordinary Joe Soap on the street supposed to understand that? And the politicians and those who are in power trying to push for the yes vote can't even understand it and explain it itself. It just wasn't going to work. There was too many bad things to come out of it all. So the Irish people seen this. The Irish people aren't stupid. They're not ones who are going to be duped. They seen what it would become like if there was a yes vote. So they voted with their feet, marched to the voting polls, and they marked their X's on no on the day. And that was the outcome. We got a no vote. We deflected something that would have been detrimental to this country. And we just weren't lured into something that would have been very bad for the country. It would have meant also that Ireland would have become like a county in Ireland, only a section of the overall in Europe, and therefore laws on major issues and decisions on major issues would have been out of its hands. They wouldn't have had the power to ratify major laws and to be able to make decisions on major changes to the country. It would have all come from Europe, and that would have been a very, very great loss and very great power to lose for the country. So the Irish people stood up together and they voted no on something that would have been very detrimental to the country. So it was a great day for Ireland. We stopped the coming attack that would have been on Europe with a yes vote. So to all who voted no, thank you very much. We won. We did it. We deflected all the bad things that would have come from Europe. Thank you very much all to my fellow no voters. Thank you. That's my 2 cents. Goodbye.